Thanks for joining us on WTOL 11 Plus. I'm Sophia Perricone, and we have an alert day in effect right now, so we want to get right over to meteorologist Kaylee Bowers. Kaylee, as of right now, Sunday morning, snow is falling. What can we expect for the rest of the day?
Yeah, Sophia, it just depends on the timing that you are watching this. We are recording this right now at 8:30 Sunday morning, and still a good portion of us dealing with those widespread snow showers. And in fact, some places will be seeing around 2 to 4 inches of snow by this morning into those early afternoon hours, mainly the further northwest you are, but also dealing with that blowing and drifting snow. So be careful heading out on the roadways for this morning, this afternoon, and also into tonight as well too. So let's show you exactly what's going on radar. Again, recording this at 8:30 on Sunday morning. This is your chance. If you haven't already, scan that QR code. That's the WTOL 11 weather app. It'll take you to the App Store for that free download. Lots of wonderful information. So this is what we're seeing across the state for this morning. We're seeing that rain snow mixture over towards Cleveland, that rain in eastern and southern Ohio, but most of us in northern and western Ohio dealing with those snow showers. Now let's look just a little bit closer to your neighborhood. As far as that snow accumulation goes, this is what we are seeing. Again, most of us seeing that blue and also that white. Now, the darker the blue, the more heavier that snow is. But notice over towards a little bit into Williams County and most of Hillsdale County actually done with those snow showers, but still dealing with the impacts of this snow. So, of course, take it slow on the roadways. Give yourself a good distance between you, other drivers, also plows as well, too. Take it slow, especially around those plow drivers. Now, we saw a lot of snow earlier this morning. Crews are working as quickly as they can to get this snow cleared off the roadways, from the highways to those secondary streets to the ramps as well too. So it's going to be a big mess to get in and out of places for the next several hours. I was talking to my coworkers this morning and said, whew, how was your commute in this morning? Terrible. Same, mine too. That's why we're all taking it slow and just being weather aware. Now, everyone in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan under that winter weather advisory. This is in effect till 7 o'clock this evening. Eventually it will be wrapping up, but right now we are under that winter weather advisory. Now, Sophia, we did ask people on Facebook if they had any questions regarding the system. What do you have?
Well, I know you're probably just about to talk about it, but I wanted to catch you before you say it. Matthew wants to know, how is the weather going to look later this afternoon into this evening? Again, we're recording this at 8:30 Sunday morning, but people want to know about Sunday evening and their evening plans and their evening commute.
Yeah, good question, Sophia. I think I was just getting close to the hour-by-hour forecast. So this is kind of a preview of the hour-by-hour forecast. We have a couple of different graphics that we like to showcase. This morning, we're still dealing with that steady snow, that accumulation, again, 2 to 4 inches. But by this afternoon and this evening, most of the snow has pushed on out of here. Still could see a little bit of those light flurries possible, but mainly dealing with that blowing snow. Again, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation plus 30-mile-an-hour gusts could be causing definitely some more whiteout conditions, causing that visibility to go down. The nice thing is, looking ahead towards this week, really not tracking anything too extreme, getting a break from those alert days, but still dealing with that cold, just not near as cold as what we were back in January. So here's that hour-by-hour forecast that we were just asking for. Again, recording this around 8:30 this morning. By 11 o'clock, our far eastern counties, even a little bit into Sandusky and Norwalk, wrapping up from that system. But by 11 o'clock, most of us done with that heavy snow. As we progress throughout the rest of the day, still seeing some more on and off light snow showers, especially in the evening and also into those nighttime hours. Now, accumulation for this looks to be fairly little, but looking ahead towards, again, tonight into Monday morning, a little bit of some light snow is possible, but then dealing with the cold. Now, tomorrow is President's Day. Already no school for most kiddos, but also some businesses and organizations are closed as well too. And speaking of closings, we had quite a few churches closed today. For the latest list, check out WTOL.com for the latest closings and delays, not only for churches on the weekends, but also just schools, businesses, and organizations throughout the entire week. So again, we are here on WTOL 11 Plus. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for clicking that button. Also, thanks for asking your questions as well too. So today's impact level still going with that 4 because we're seeing a lot of snow. This is the most snow we've seen so far for this winter season, last winter season in one day. So expect poor travel conditions. That blowing snow is certainly possible because of those stronger winds. This is one map I know a lot of people have been waiting to see. As far as that accumulation goes, again, most areas, 2 to 4 inches of snow, but we're also watching the shade of light blue from Sandusky, Norwalk, Fremont, Tiffin. Could see some higher accumulations. Just again, it depends on where you are, but 3 to 5 inches of snow, not out of the question. So looking at your accumulation map, I'll just hang on to this just for a moment longer so you can pinpoint your county, your hometown, but be prepared. Snow is coming down for this morning, but eventually will be wrapping up if it hasn't already by the time you are watching this. So another look at your hour by hour forecast, but in a different way. The gist of this, temperatures continue to stay below freezing. Those snow showers wrapping up within the next several hours, late morning, early afternoon, dealing with those cloudy skies. But then later on in the afternoon into the evening, that's when those winds will pick up and we will start to see that blowing and drifting snow. So this is a pretty interesting system because millions of people are impacted. It's not all just snow though. Earlier this morning, I was watching a few tornado warnings down in parts of Georgia. Now again, 8:34 this morning, we're seeing widespread thunderstorm warnings all over the way from North Carolina into the panhandle of Florida. Now, if you do have loved ones in that area, again, make sure they are weather aware, but also looking a little bit closer to home. We're dealing with not severe storms, but the snow. And you can see that outlook right there, that 1 to 2 level risk, spreading all the way up to the mid-Atlantic, all the way down into the Florida coast. Now, Sophia, I believe we do have some other questions. What are viewers asking as far as the system goes?
Yeah, so we're talking a lot about snow, obviously. I know you mentioned some of southern and coastal cities getting a lot of thunderstorms. We've seen a lot of ice recently. Tom wants to know if we're going to get any more freezing rain or ice in Lucas County after what we've been experiencing the past couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a good question, a big concern a lot of people have been asking. Now, we're definitely still dealing with those slick spots out on the roadways, but this system we're dealing with mainly is snow. But also notice that pink you see, and sometimes it's indicated on purple with Doppler radar. That's that sleet, that's that freezing rain, that's the ice we have to be concerned about. Now, I'm not going to say there's no chance for ice because there's a very small chance to still see some ice left over from yesterday, because yesterday we saw snow and then we saw rain and then we saw snow last night. We saw snow this morning. So all the slippery conditions are there, but mainly for Lucas County, dealing with those snow showers for this morning. Again, looking just a little bit closer to home, this is Doppler radar at 8:36 on your Sunday morning. This system will move out within the next several hours. Again, by the time you're watching this, maybe later on this afternoon into this evening, this system will be out of here, but still dealing with the impacts from blowing and drifting snow. So time this out, those roadways still a little bit more on the slippery side this morning, still tracking that steady snowfall. It will be wrapping up between about 9-10 o'clock into those early lunchtime hours and later on this afternoon, still dealing with those slippery roadways. Again, crews are working as quickly as they can to get this cleaned up. We're forecasting a high today right below that freezing point in the low 30s. And there's that accumulation of 2 to 4 inches of snow is possible. And as far as today's dog walking forecast goes, of course, send in your pet photos over on my Facebook page. But today, I'm going to go with that red paw for this morning. And it just depends on the kind of pup that you have, because those bigger, furrier dogs love being outside in the snow. Those smaller, short-haired pups, they want to get in and get out if they even plan on going outside. So as far as this crew for today, Scarlett and Zeke, you want to get outside with your pups, definitely enjoy it, have fun. It's going to be that fun playing snow, and especially as temperatures are right at that freezing point, have lots of fun. There are those winds I was talking about. Winds continue to pick up around 25 to 30 miles an hour, causing that snow on the ground to already, come on up and also push and blow and cause all kinds of visibility issues. So again, that winter weather advisory in place because these strong winds and the snow we're already seeing on the ground. After tonight, we can relax, but bundle up for sure. Waking up tomorrow morning, seeing highs in the single digits and the low teens, feeling at times into the single digits and also into the negatives. So definitely will be a cold start for tomorrow. Just in the past day, we saw 3/4 of an inch of snow to add to our total so far for this winter season, but we are still below what we saw this time last year and this time 2 years ago. So still the least snowiest winter. But after the system we're seeing for today, this will be going up for sure. But also these are measurements taken at Toledo Express Airport. So of course, just depends on where you are. So we're still seeing widespread snow showers, and looking across the state right now, not everyone in Ohio is seeing snow. You can definitely tell where that line is from the snow, but also where that rain is in eastern and southern Ohio. Let's widen out the bigger picture, because a lot of places dealing with multiple feet or multiple inches and feet of snow, really watching out towards the Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, but also in parts of Canada and also the Northeast. So we are tracking a lot of snow, and we're also tracking something else that's exciting. Our daylight is increasing. Our sunset for tonight just before 6:10. So certainly excited about that. Now, Sophia, before I talk about the weather app, do we have any more questions at all from Facebook?
Yes, and two questions that I'm going to lump into one.
Okay.
Both Mary and Troy want to know, when are we getting warmer springtime weather? I know I've seen your extended forecast. Warmer weather is on the horizon. I don't know if it's warm weather, though.
It depends on what you classify as warm. It could be above freezing. It could be above average. It could be a certain number. It could be 40s, 50s.
Anything above what we're at now is what I'm thinking would be considered warmer, but I'm hoping springtime weather comes soon.
Eventually. I mean, we're going to see a cool down and then a slight warm up. I will show you the extended forecast in just a moment, but I will tell you this: we're not forecasting temperatures in the 40s or even around average for the next 10 days. In fact, you can see that forecast right here on the WTOL 11 weather app. That is a free download. It's compatible with Apple and Android, and there's so much wonderful information, including your interactive radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, your extended forecast. Plus, if you use the More tab down here at the bottom corner, you can also submit your photos and videos to be showcased on Off the Radar, on other shows on WTOL 11 Plus, on our social media accounts, also on WTOL 11. So keep sending in your photos and videos as well too. But also, how about personalized videos sent from us here on the weather team directly to your devices? It's a wonderful tool. Definitely go check that out. Now, we've been talking about warmer weather, wanting to warm up. How about that holiday countdown? We are 3 weeks away from today, daylight saving time. So we gain that hour, or we gain that extra hour, but we lose that hour of sleep. Worth it, in my opinion. Seeing the sunset a little bit later, not too bad. A little over 4 weeks away until St. Patrick's Day, 32 days away until the first day of spring. And notice that average high right there at 50 degrees. I'm excited about that. Now, we are 63 days away. 9 weeks from today is Easter. And notice the average high of 63 degrees. We're getting closer and closer, and our average high this time of year is still around about 38 and 39 degrees. So we are below average, still by a few degrees. Forecasting that high for today, just a touch below freezing, right around 31 degrees. Still, that alert day is in place with those snow showers for this morning. By this afternoon, those snow showers are out of here, but still seeing some on and off light snow for some of us. Again, that blowing snow causing limited visibility. The roads still could be hazardous for this afternoon, especially those back roads, those county roads, parking lots. It just depends on how quickly they're able to get crews in different places. So of course, stay safe, but also send in your photos and videos, again, on the WTOL 11 weather app. We love to see what you're seeing in your hometown, but please do it safely. Tomorrow, it is President's Day. Cloudy skies, temperatures are cold. Forecasting highs in the upper teens, close to the low 20s, but notice these lows for the next few days in the single digits. It's gonna be cold. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few school delays because of this cold. And of course, for that information, you can check out WTOL.com. Temperatures will still be cold for the afternoon in the mid to upper teens and low 20s. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By Thursday, another system pushes on through, bringing another chance for those snow showers. As of now, nothing compared to what we are seeing for today or what we saw yesterday, but another chance for some snow is on the way for Thursday. Now, looking ahead towards Friday, cloudy skies, highs are in the mid-20s, so we're slowly warming up, but it is still cold. Next weekend, could see some sunshine, highs are still in the upper 20s. We're almost to those 30s by next Sunday. You see that right. Almost at that freezing point in the lows, right around 31 degrees in those low 30s, with another chance for some more snow showers are on the way for Sunday. And then looking ahead towards the following week, I'm so excited to talk about that. Those mid 30s are back above freezing, but still not around average. Our average highs for this time of year are finally in those low 40s with those cloudy skies. So that is a look at your forecast. Sophia, before we go, any other questions on Facebook from viewers asking about this system at all?
Yeah, well, first I want to say I think that's the warm up some of us, Troy and Mary, were hoping for. The 30s, kind of close to 40, but not quite. People also want to know the 3 days coming up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where we're seeing highs into the teens. Is that going to feel anything like that January cold snap where we had to leave our faucets running, our cabinet doors open so the heat could pass through? Is that going to be similar to that?
So it will be cold for sure, but we're not talking wind chills around -15 to -25 degrees for these days. Still will be cold. At times, wind chills will be in the single digits, could be close to those negatives. Still not a bad idea to take those proper precautions to stay safe and also to stay warm, but weather-wise, still cold, still feeling a lot like winter, but nothing compared to what we did see back in January, Sophia.
Kaylee, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, be sure to download our free WTOL 11 weather app. You can get it on your Apple and Android devices. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to join us on WTOL 11 Plus. It's free to download and watch on your smart TV. Thank you for joining us.